Last night's drunkenness and rain. Welcome to the real world, says some passerby. Last night I felt like a rock star. Like Jimmy, I think I kissed the sky. Take me there and bring me back again. Take me there and bring me home.
Hey, good evening to you. Hello, Margaret. First on the block. Hope you're well. It is that time. It is Friday. Hey, my cousin, how's it end? Hope you're well. Second time lucky tonight. First time we tried this, it failed quite badly. Hope you're well, darling. Hey, Poppy Turan is also watching. How's it, Poppy? You right? Hope you're well. It is, of course, Friday night. Let's see, and we're also live on YouTube. Nice. How can I miss it this time? Fair enough. I know you were busy studying or writing an exam or something, yeah? Good to see you well, eh? Miss you guys, man. Miss you guys too much. You're playing a bit of a rapper on the radio right now, so you won't hear it on Facebook. But if you, actually, what I'll do is I'll cut the link. See if I can copy the link. I remember this band so well. You know, when they played in Durban. They opened for Bon Jovi. And I really had never heard them before, and I heard them for the first time playing at the rugby stadium, and they were brilliant. And they're all good friends of mine, so it's quite encouraging to see South African musicians on stage with a massive band, Bon Jovi, back in those days, in the 90s. Yeah, they were massive. I mean, they still are. You got full marks, my gosh. Well done, Molly, that's amazing. Mr. Adams, how's it, Glenn? Hey, bud. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Hope you had a good week. I think we all had a good week. It's been a good week this week, actually. Not too bad. Mr. Clyde Lawrence, how's it put? Okay. Got some cool tunes coming your way. 2 seconds. Hey, if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Michael the Jager behind the microphone. This is Mr. George Benson. This one goes out to Mr. Steve Lukather, who played guitar on this very track. So how do you like that? Steve Lukather played guitar on this track with George Benson, eh? Or he may have actually played the piano. Hey Gavin Muller, how's that, my brute? Crank up the fuzz, brute. Hey Gabby, hey my boy. Let's play a couple of these. And 1, 2 of these. And what's quite cool is if you can hear the tune on the radio and have the music playing, and then you can do the chat as well. That's quite cool. Because I've got the tune in my ears here, you know, the music. It's so cool. I love George Benson. Last week was awesome, right? That's lekker, good. Glad you had a good week, bud. And Gavin, how was your week, my brother? All good, I thought. Are you still playing, bud? Are you still playing in the band, Gavin? boys. I'm still in South Africa.
Oh, don't you let the lady take it all away.
I miss training all the lads, you know. One of the things that we used to do in Durban, you know, as we got more and more to know the circle of musicians in Durban, what was really cool is that musicians were able to get together and jam with each other. And we did a lot of that. Like at Tusk Inn, Kevin would phone me and say, Mark, pull in, let's have a jam. So I'd take my guitar, my amp, we'd go down there, no rehearsal, just get on the stage. What are we playing? Hey, we play whatever, Smoke on the Water, what key? G, right. Boom. And we'd play it, you know. And that is one of the most wonderful, spontaneous kind of environments, musical environments that you could ever wish for in Durban. You know, in England you don't get that. Sadly, because it's quite inspiring. And it's quite nice when you can just take your guitar and your amp and just phone a buddy and say, "What are you jamming this weekend?" Like I'll pull in and have a little bit of a jam, you know. Really, really, really cool. Unfortunately, you can't do that in England because everything is like so planned. You know what I mean? Oh, Glenn's giving you the gears there, Clyde. Don't be a bitch, my boy. Don't be a bitch. Reply to Glenn.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael D. Jager.
He rocks my world.
Hey, if you just tuned in, warm welcome, Durban. Hey, look out, listen to what's playing. This is True Blood, true musicians from Durban. A band called Brooklyn. And a cool tune called Dreams. This one featuring my old buddy Gav Muller on the bass guitar. Melly Sue on the drums. Wayne Rathbone, the Machine, on keyboards. And my old mate Jeff Monroe doing the vocals. He just said fuck you, dude. Oh my gosh. You know, this is I have to laugh. It's so funny. Just watching you guys talk to each other on the chat room. But now this song here was recorded at Don Clark's studio in Westfield, C&G Studios in Westfield. Very Duran-ish, isn't it? Very cool though, very nice. And honestly, I'm so chuffed that I've actually got this song. That Wayne managed to scratch it from wherever he scratched it. Don't be rude now, don't be rude. I know somebody's going to say he scratched it out of his ass. Of course he didn't. He's been hiding it all these years. And so he brought it up and he sent it to me by email. And so now we can play it on the radio. And the main thing is, that if we'd had the right kind of technology and the right kind of business sense in that's the thing. I reckon some of the musicians in Durban would have done very well coming this part of the world. You know us too well. I do. You're all like me. We all think the same. Gonna have a laugh. Anyway, it's time for a sip of this cold drink here. genuine cold drink. Yeah. South African Shiraz. Absolutely awesome. So here we have a South African band, Durban band. Never ever got played on radio in South Africa when they recorded this. And listen to this, there's nothing wrong with this song. Eh? What do you think? Go to Guitarist TV on YouTube. I'll send you the link right there. There's a link, Greg. That'll give you the music. And you'll absolutely enjoy it. It's lovely, lovely. It's good to be able to. I mean, Facebook is without a doubt the best place to chat. You know, YouTube's got a nice chat as well. But I think this is like behind the scenes kind of thing, and it's quite nice to be able to chat, you know, with friends kind of thing. But I'm going to play you a song right now that you'll have to guess which band it is. You'll never guess in a million years. I'm tuning it up. Jeff's got such a nice voice, hasn't he? Grape juice, Mark. Grape juice. Yes, sorry. I beg your pardon. I'm not having a dope on the radio, bro. This is grape juice. Very warm welcome to Dave Hill. Dave Hill, legendary man of music business in England. Hey, my bud. Very warm welcome to you. Welcome and joining us. And Sheena Jane, hello my darling, how are you? Hope you're well. In the United States of America. Are you sneaking a quick one at work here? Because you know what time it is in America, eh? It's about like, what time is it in America now? 3 o'clock? Then what do you want? Tell anybody. When I was writing the, you know, when you create an invite and you create the radio's going to finish. Hold on a sec. There we go.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael D. Jager.
He rocks
Holiday in
my
Montana.
world.
How cool is that? Wow. And some of my friends are talking to me on Facebook right now. And some of them are on holiday and in such beautiful place called Montana. Oh man, I'm so jealous, and I'm so honored that you've taken the time out of your holiday to pop in and say hello. It's lovely, absolutely lovely. All right. Okay, so now we had just played a track by a band called what were they called back in the day? Brooklyn from Durban. A great band. I mean, I knew the guys all well. Wayne Rathbone on keyboards, Gavin Muller on the bass, Mally Sewell on the drums, and legendary vocals by Jeffrey Monroe. And the guys are musicians, and they're still playing. They're still doing their business in Durban after all these years. You know, we started playing at bar mitzvahs and Portuguese dues. And the funny story, when I met Gavin, we were asked to, well, I was asked, you know, to join a band called the Luz Mario Conjunto. The Luz Mario Conjunto was a Portuguese band, and Louis was the head prefect of Glenwood Boys High School in Matric, and I think he was dux to the school as well. I'm not sure. Very clever guy and very lovely guy. I'm still friends with Louis. Great keyboard player, amazing guy, and very good businessman. So Gavin and I had never met each other. We pitched up one day and we rehearsed in what was like the garden shed, the bottom of the garden, and Louis had this amazing setup of keyboards. Oh my God, he had a Farfisa. Do you remember a Farfisa keyboard? And this thing weighed a flipping ton. You know, it was like, I don't know, 100 gazillion kgs. So, but it sounded amazing. And he had a thing called a Leslie speaker, which is a massive box with two speakers that kind of spin in opposite directions or do something, and it sounds amazing, And I had a little Yamaha 60-watt wedge amp, and Gavin had a little bass amp, nothing major. But Louis owned the PA system, of course. It was a Shure PA system, and it had an echo system built into it, and this was like a tape, like a looped tape that just went round and round and round. So when you put echo on it, went, it was really weird. But hey, that was our gear, And we used to go and play at these Portuguese gigs in Durban. So we'd put everything in the back of the old man's truck, go down to Amgani Road there, and right in this sort of dodgy industrial area, on top of the garage of one of the industrial units was this room, and it was the Portuguese club. When I say on top of the garage, I mean like 100 steps up, and there were 2 flights of 100 steps, just wide enough for one person to get up. And we had to carry this flipping Farfisa organ up those stairs, around and onto, into the room. Oh my word! Can you remember? And back in those days, I think I weighed about 58 kilograms or something. I was as skinny as this, and so it took about 4 of us to carry this flipping organ up the stairs and into the gig. But now we're talking about, what are we talking about? 1980, 81? So, a long time ago. And, oh my God, those days, I'm so glad. Then all of a sudden they came out with a new kind of keyboard. It was just like an ironing board. It was just plank, with a couple of things on it. And that's it. So where's all the rest of the stuff, bro? No, man, it's all inside. And this thing was called a DX7, a Yamaha DX7. Oh my God, it was so amazing. Gee, whiskers. And he'd say, who's going to help me carry my keyboards? I'd go, hey, no problem, bro. Give it here. I'll hear it. So, and, you could go up the stairs in 2 seconds, and it gave the same sound as the Farfisa. And we ditched the Farfisa organ. Oh, thank God for that. It was the worst part of the gig, was going to set up and then break it all down again. So like 1 o'clock in the morning, you got to carry this Farfisa organ down these 200 steps from the Portuguese club back into Amgani Road, Oh, it was killer, man. Hey, shush. Even the drummer ran away. We had a good drummer in those days, Richard Duarte. Hey, what a great drummer he was. Absolutely awesome. Now, I was telling you something special that I was going to play for you. And I'm going to play it in the beginning and then see if you can guess what it is. So we're just going to play a couple of little jingles here, and then we'll crack on with this tune.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted.
You'll never guess who this
here.
is, Rick.
With your host, Michael Jager.
He rocks my world.
Okay, this is a band from Los Angeles. I'm going to leave you guessing on this one.
Many ways that I had you to. People said you were up to no good.
This is so cool. It's so cool. Hey, look who's joined us. Steve Sykes. How's it, Steve? How are you, Brett? Welcome aboard. Lenny Jager. How's it, Lone? And Kaylee too. Hey, welcome, Annie Bell. Good to have you guys here, man. Anyway, Sheena, have a great holiday.
This where I'm from.
No, I haven't got flu. Doesn't sound like I've got flu. How's it, Debbie? Thanks for tuning in. Love you right back. How's it, Rob? I think it's time we did an unrehearsed, Clyde. I'm tuning everyone. We're all getting withdrawal symptoms here. No, you can't hear any music. And I'll tell you where you can hear the music. If you're near a computer somewhere and you can run YouTube, click on that link and you'll hear the music right on YouTube. Somewhere else you can hear the music too is what's going on here? Oh, Glenn, I'm glad you did it. Man, we gotta do it, man. Before we all get too flipping old and decrepit, you know. Okay, we're gonna come back and I'll tell you who this is a bit later on. Such a cool tune from Los Angeles, California. Awesome tunes.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael Jager.
He rocks my world.
Hey, we just tuned in. Warm welcome to you. We're playing cool tunes all over the world. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook Live. We're also on TuneIn and Spreaker, and of course Durban Rock Radio, as well as NCB Radio on a Monday evening. This is the Tubes.
Step right up and don't be shy.
Okay, who's the guitarist on this record? How's it, Greg? We'll be out of hibernation shortly, Diallo. You'll be the first on the guest list. Hey, now we're talking, my bro. I think you like the song. I think something special tonight. Something special tonight is happening right now. And see if you can guess what it is. I'll tell you at the end of the show. So you recognize all of these songs. Think about who the guitar player is on all of these songs. See if you can recognize the style of the guitar player who's playing. And all of these songs I'm going to play in the next hour. Cinema. I know Glenn asked me about that last week. Now I was searching through all of the there's a massive database here of all these songs, and normally I can I don't think I've got any cinema, to be honest, because all the songs that you hear are songs that I've bought, you know, physically bought them. listen to the guitar. Whoa. See if you can remember, if you can recognize the guitar player. And you'll probably get it on the very last track that I play. No, you probably get it on the next track that I play. Now I did buy something. Hey, we just tuned in. Well, welcome to you, Michael Jager on the radio tonight. It is, of course, the Big Rock Show, Friday night, and we're on YouTube. We're also on Facebook Live. If you're not doing anything, then you're more than welcome just to pop in and say hello on Facebook Live or on YouTube. In fact, it's one of those nights where it's, you know, there's nothing kind of planned. We're just playing it by the wing of our pants as we normally do, which is quite usual for this time of the day. I think it's time for a bit of blues. Oh, this is a very bad recording of Walter Trout. But it's so raw, it's so cool. Oh yes, absolutely awesome. Thanks. How's it flying? How's it Jim? How's it Timo Tex? Legend! How's it Timo? Okay, we're looking for a track here that somebody requested. A couple of bands back in the day. It was one particular band called Cinema, and these guys were like, they were quite massive, you know. They were, I don't know, not my cup of tea really, but they were very loved by South African people back in the day, especially the guys in Durban. Quite a story with this. Hey, how you, bro? Hope you look good. Right. Let's see what we got. We're getting there. Sad story of Walter Trout. You know, he got really ill. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but you know, he was like a normal guy, and then he pulled bananas, bro. Laka. And he almost died. And a friend of mine knew him quite well from when they toured in Holland. But he came back from that sickness and hey, there we go. Something nice for the guys. And he came back from his sickness, and now, of course, Walter Trout's going for it full on. You know, you only get one chance, and sometimes if you get given a second chance, then you appreciate it more. You know, you tend to just throw caution to the wind and just go for it. Why not, man? Why not? Okay. A lot of old songs that I managed to save from back in the day when we were touring and playing in music in South Africa. Some really cool tunes, some really nice tracks that we recorded when the technology wasn't that great. MIDI had just been invented in the 80s when we were sort of coming on into the professional scene. So it moved to the studios eventually, and got quite good. So I did check it out. I haven't had a chance to make a plan to have a chat to him, Greg. But thanks for the link up, Greg. And those are some mean heavy metal dudes, bro. I must tell you. Nice guitar players, eh? Alright, I've got something here. Oh yeah! There's a nice guitar player from Durban. And I'm going to play you a song of his too. His name is Rowan Stewart. Little blues player, little guy, man, but we had a little jam when I was in South Africa, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years ago, and we did a guitar clinic. He's a bomb indeed, for sure. and this little guy really blew me away, but his determination and everything, just amazing guitar player. So as soon as I've got a track lined up there of this dude is just super cool. Another guitar player that I've come across is a guy called Simon Lees, and he's an absolute machine. I'll play you a track of his. Oh my God, you just blow you away with his stuff. He's just flipping ballistic player. I love this because he's got a mean strat, and Walter Trout's gets a strat. Oof, it's got a sound of its own, man. Listen to that. Oh, he just gives it. It's so much from the soul, there's no trickery in his playing. There's no hammer-ons and slaps and sweeping and all that shit. It's just plain guitar, man. It's just playing. And he plays from the soul. He's just ballistic. Early Steve Vai. Remember early Steve Vai's style, juice, that kind of stuff. Oh. And this is with the volume control. Brilliant. And then Stevie Ray Vaughan. Remember Stevie Ray Vaughan? Whoa, what a machine. Hey, what a machine. And then I'm telling you what. Bob and Lynn Clark. Hello, Bob. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really humbled to have you on the show, man. Really cool. Really nice. You can just pop in and say hello. It's really wonderful. We listened to a bit of Walter Trout. If you want to listen to the audio, I'll find a link for you in a second. I mean, if there's one guitar player you'd love to jam with in this world, I mean, who would it be? If there was one guitar player on the planet that you went to watch play somewhere, and that guy said, "Hey, come and have a jam," in a live concert organization, would you do it? I mean, would you really think of doing it? I think I might take the plunge. I don't think I'd mind who it was with, to be honest. It's because the way you got to look at it is, you know, you just play the way you play. Don't try and play like them or be like them. Just play the way you play. Find your voice. A famous guitarist told me that once. It's all about finding your voice, man. Finding your voice. And it's so true. You know, it's like any singer. As soon as a singer finds his voice, it's been done and dusted, sorted. You know? And I'll tell you who else has found his voice. This wonderful singer from Thunder, a guy called Danny Bowes. I'll play a couple tracks from these guys in a minute. Hey, if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you, Michael the Jager on the microphone. It's time we're doing some blues. Of course, time for some rock and roll blues. From the master himself, this is Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan. And Mary Had a Little Lamb. You listen to the Big Rock Show, Michael Jager behind the microphone. Oh yes. Don't you just love Stevie Ray Vaughan? Absolutely amazing. Greatest guitar player on the planet. Okay.
Mary had a little lamb.
He's just so lovely. This is great. Stevie is the best. Absolutely.
The lamb went to the go, yeah. He followed her to school one day.
Oh, yes. Mr. Chamois is watching. Hello, Pierre. Legend, Durban legend. It's such a sad day when this guy got killed in that accident, you know. It's just such a natural. It's like his guitar was just, he was born with it on him, you know. And there's never been another one. Eh? Very strange. Many have tried to imitate this guy, but not possible, really. Hey, here we go. Absolutely storming. Lovely to have you guys on board, man. Lovely to have you. Have a bit of company while I play the music, you know, which is really quite cool. And you know, if you get bored and you don't feel like watching, don't feel bad, eh? But clocking out and going somewhere else, that's cool. Friday night, have a jaw. But just appreciate you popping in and saying hello. Lovely. A Tasket. Oh, just so lovely, man.
Express yourself.
Okay, here we go. Coming to the end of this one. I'm back. My cat managed to give me heart complications, throwing stuff off my... Oh my God. No, that's not good, man. Okay, we'll come back to that. Listen a bit. Yeah. They're absolutely amazing. The crazy talented Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to keep it rocking. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to one of my good friends. The legend of South African music is named Mr. Pierre de Chamois. And a cool tune called Days Go Rolling On.
Gazing up at a lonely star.
Hey,
How's the life been so far?
this guy's a legend, absolutely legend. What a voice.
Roads of a day's routine, casting shadows in his dreams.
So if you're tuned in and you're watching on Facebook Live, you're wondering why. Hey, where's the music on Facebook Live, man?
He's all cold in
Well,
his gear.
long story short, I'm not allowed to play music on Facebook Live. So the music has to be played somewhere else.
Learning some old bar.
And it's got something to do with copyright and all that stuff, so I don't know.
This path gets long, days go by.
Everybody else can play music on Facebook, but Michael can't, so whatever. Go figure that one out. I don't know.
Singing songs for your mind.
Anyway, I don't care because guys on Guitarist TV have been very good. And they're hosting the whole show. And you get the music and everything, which is fantastic. So everybody on YouTube, hey, one up for you guys, man. You guys have got it sorted.
Days go rolling on.
And so what it's about community, you know. Facebook keeps saying it's about community and all this. But the minute you put a community together, you're playing some tunes, have some wine, have a bit of chat, they block you. So it's complete bollocks, to be honest. But what's good about Facebook is we're able to sit here and talk to each other. And that's brilliant. And I think that's really Mr. Mark Zuckerer's idea. I don't know what it is. Good tunes. But Facebook is awesome. I mean, YouTube. Facebook is awesome too. So here we are. Guitarist TV. How's it, guys? Thank you so much for having us. Very cool. So I've been trying to find a couple of tunes here. And there's Michael Timothy Tandy. How's it, Mark? Hey, bud. You got Mark Tim on the other channel. Ah, cool. Legendary keyboard player. Hey, Mr. Mark. I'd like to know who was playing the guitar on this track. Yeah, who was playing guitar on this, bro? Oh, well, there we go. 2 songs rolled into one. So I have no idea what this is, but it's nice, so we'll just let it play. That's interesting. Awful lot of songs here, but not the ones I'm looking for. Okay, a couple of great South African bands coming your way. This is Prime Circle. And a cool tune called Hello.
Release myself from holding back. I realize now my world's not flat. Open mind, open chord, open runways, open the doors today. So much to do, so little time.
Cool.
I think this just might blow my mind. I hope there's
What a band, man. What a band.
I'm letting go once again. Now that I have been set down, I don't ever wanna leave. These things I never thought I'd see mean so very much to me.
Yeah. Absolutely agree, Glenn.
Just give me time, I'll get back to you.
I've always liked this band, you know. I like the production. I don't know what the production is. Something about the production of, you know, Just Ginger, Prime Circle, Arapaho. Same kind of vibe. It's just I think it's a Johannesburg thing. All the musos that operate in Joburg, they all sort of sound the same. Some like the Durban guys, they sound the same as well. Good bands, a couple of good bands that have been coming. Hey, talking about great South African bands. If you can recognize this one, please let me know. This was a band that played at Club Med in Durban for months. This is Ballyhoo.
My heart turns my mind into circles as I lie here all alone in my bed. The moon shines brightly through my window.
Hey, there's a man, Ballyhoo. Man on the moon.
I have to choose one or two pretty ladies.
You know, Ballyhoo had probably the best harmonies for a club band that I've ever heard in my life.
You there out in space, you seem to be so kind. And your honor, I'm out of my mind. Or am I blind? Man on the
Beautiful song, beautiful song.
Will lead me to the heart of the sun. Where to shall I run? Man on the moon. If there's a man on the moon, can you hear me calling you? Please save me from sharing my love with two. Dear man
Now the guitarist that played for Ballyhoo, it's such a killer tone. His name is Ralph Martin. I knew Ralph well. Okay, I'm going to play a guitar player now. He's from Finland. And, I'm sure you'll appreciate this guy's playing.
Be wise for me, man on the moon. If there's a man on the moon, can you hear me calling you? Please save me from sharing my love with two. Dear man on the moon, won't you lend me a hand? 'Cause I can't make my mind up today. Man on the moon, what would you say? If there's a man on the moon, can you hear me calling you? Please save me from sharing my love with two. Dear man on the moon, won't you lend me a hand? 'Cause I can't make my mind up today. What would you say?
There was a club in Durban that we used to go and visit every Friday, Saturday night. You know, it was a live music venue called Club Med, and it was a massive set of John Travolta dance floor, disco music playing. You know, between the live sets. I said there was a theme to the guitars tonight. And I want you to try and guess who the guitar player is. Hey. So, all the guys are here, all the gang is here. It's really cool. Luke, how's it, my bro? Hope you've had a good week. Hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a bit tough, you know. I think everybody's had a tough week, I think, to be honest. So we'll just join this beautiful trumpet player, Miles Davis, I believe his name is. Listen to this beautiful song. No, it's not Timo. Oh. I'll give you a clue in a second. How's it feel? There's a whole theme going on here. I'm playing you something really special tonight. And behind everything here is something really special. I'll tell you at the end of the show. Okay, the guitarist I'm talking about loves this song. It's one of his most... we were just talking about it. All right.
To me. I've never done this before.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're not the first girl to say that to me. I'll be gentle, I promise. It's all with proper manipulation, you understand?
Big clue. Big clue.
How's my hair, man?
And mine. How do we all look? Do we look good?
Do you have one of those like porno steak fluffers to come up here and make it look right? They didn't tell you about me, huh?
No, but he did.
That's okay.
You see what you put me in?
All right, let's go.
He's a great
You get it later.
Yeah.
You win.
Okay, am I going to say first?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that was a big clue for you, man. Big clue. This is my good friend, Mr. Rowan Stewart. Brilliant guitar player from Durban. One of his classic tracks, one called Miles Away.
In this schizophrenic world we're living, you could easily be forgiven if you're standing there, head spinning, by just picking out your clothes. So much from which to choose, a top hat or the 70s shoes. You could get lost, but the good news is that anything goes. So I'll throw my coin in the river, gonna pick out a wish that will differ from a million others waiting to come true. And I could be miles away, and tell me what difference it makes. Oh, if you hear me now, oh, if you feel me now. I have faith that people can find other people of a like mind across the divides of space and time. In this modern world you can.
I think you can also hear it. I'll share it as well.
Making new friends in Japan. I could be miles away. Tell me what difference it makes. Oh, if you hear me now. Oh, if you feel me now.
Very talented. Very talented guitar player. Rowan Stewart.
There is no reason you should care. Oh, if you hear me now. Oh, if you feel me now.
Oh yes, that's better.
And right now as we're sitting, a new love affair starts transmitting between two people in Egypt and Brazil. And I could be miles away, and tell me what difference it makes. Oh, if you hear me now. Oh, if you feel me now. I could be from anywhere. There is no reason you should care.
No red wine tonight, Mr. Jager. Oh yes, lots of red wine. I've just been too busy to have a slicky brew. Cheers, guys. Oh, there it goes. You see, as soon as I pick up the wine glass. Oh, yeah, I like this. Who's this? This is Riff Raff. Cool band from Durban. Yours truly and my dear partner, Mr. Cecil Eustace, CJ. I love this song. So here we go. Cool tunes tonight. Hope you had a good week. Glenn, this is grape juice, bro. We had lots of fun nights at Cave Rock, drinking way too much fruit juice, man. But what they had at Cave Rock was something called a B-52. Do you remember what a B-52 was? Aish. And a B-52 was a little shot about this big. Some black liqueur stuff in it, and then topped off with amarula, and then a little coating of tequila over the top. Captain Morgan and Ice. Hey. Do you know, when we started Cave Rock, I had no idea. No idea how much dope the Bluff Oaks can drink. Oh my God. They are just unbelievable. Did the link not work? Let's have a look-see. Because you can get it on quite a few things. Let me see if I can get another link for you. If you prefer to listen to it on TuneIn, it is right here on Durban Rock Radio. Oh, of course, DRRFM.com is another place that you can get this. So let's share. I'll just copy and go back to Facebook. Let me paste that there. So that'll pop up in a second. There it is. Okay, I'm just going to paste that link on its own. That's better. So that's the plain link. That'll take you through to Tune In. Oh, my good old strap. So yeah, so lots of places you can listen to the music. I like this bit. Hey, cool. Okay, now you some serious guitar player. This guy's name is Simon Lees, and he hails from the West Midlands of England. Wolverhampton to be exact. A cool tune called Payday. Great guitar player, man. Amazing. Okay, it's time for our little cryptic clue. The theme behind tonight's show. What could it be, I wonder? I'm not even keeping track of time tonight. I met Simon. I'll tell you a story about Simon Lees. I was playing in a band called the Vaseline Rats, right? And we were based in Wolverhampton, and we didn't have any shows lined up. We were busy rehearsing original stuff, recording demos, sending them off to record companies, you know, the usual story, getting nowhere fast. And the bass player, Peter Ems, his cousin came along. And, well, he came to rehearsals one night and he said, Mark, my cousin's asked if we could back him, like be his backing band, you know? And I said, yeah, sure, you know, no problem. What kind of music is he playing, you know? Dumb South African. I said he used to play with quite a famous band. And I said, right, really? Yeah. So what was the name of the band? He said, Judas Priest. I said, what? You're having a laugh, man. He said, no, I'm serious. He founded Judas Priest. He was the lead vocalist for Judas Priest. I said, no way. Seriously. Of course, I didn't know, you know. I knew the name Judas Priest and I knew the band, but I've never played any of their songs and stuff like that. Never owned a Judas Priest album, had no idea who was in the band. But at that stage, Judas Priest were massive, you know, they were like... And he said, well, the guy's name is Alan Atkins. Al Atkins. He was the original vocalist and founder of Judas Priest. So that, well, Alan wants to go, has been invited to go and play at some metal festival in New York. I said, well, serious, New York? He said, yeah. I said, well, and he wants us to back him. Yeah. I said, well, who's paying for the flights and all that sort of stuff? No, that's all taken care of. You're not getting paid a cent, okay? You're not going to get any money or anything like that. Just going to go and back him, and they'll sort you out with accommodation and food and all that. Make sure you get there and come home safe. Listen to this. Absolutely mind-blowing. This guy plays in pubs in Wolverhampton. Soul-destroying, man. He's such an amazing guitar player. Anyway, Simon was offered that gig to go and play in New York, and he turned it down because he wasn't paying any money. So of course I had a full-time job, so I just needed to take some holiday. And I got on a plane and went and played some Judas Priest tunes with Al Atkins. Not bad. It was fantastic. One of the greatest guitar players to come out of the United Kingdom, Mr. Simon Lees. Okay, we're back to the cryptic clue. This is the lovely Olivia Newton-John. I love this chick's voice. Wow. Listen to the guitar player and tell me if you can recognize who the guitar player is. Oh yeah, somebody's got it right. Amazing, isn't it? So it's been a theme tonight, and I might as well tell you now. Well, I'll tell you in a second when this music's finished playing. So I can tell everybody on the radio as well. Because this is like between friends. And between friends. because yeah. Listen. I'm gonna have to love this lots. That would give it away. Good man. We gotta give it some love, man. Gotta give it some love. You want to know why this song was so amazingly famous, and it was because of this. And I can remember as a little child, you know, when I was listening to these records, thinking, I wonder if that's Steve Lukather. And I wonder if this is Steve Lukather that's playing behind that Olivia Newton-Bomb song. I mean, why is the guitarist? It's just so amazing, isn't it? Just beautiful. Talking about the man himself. This is Steve Lukather off his solo album, Transitions. Such precision guitar playing. Nothing like it on the planet. This is Right the Wrong. Listen to that. Oh, it's just so cool. I have to just write this here. Beautiful. B-E-A. U-T. Beautiful song. My sister and fiance live next. Ha ha ha. Amazing. Amazing. Hey, John. I didn't see you there. You're hiding away. Hello, John Mulgrew. Welcome. Welcome. Playing cool songs on a Friday night and having a nice chat with some old friends. So here's to everybody on Friday night. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thirsty work this, you know. So let's see what we got. Okay, the music. And you got a nice voice too, you know. Tired of waiting for the world to end. You'd be amazed at how many songs Luke has played on, how many artists this man has actually worked with. It's just mind-blowing, mind-blowing. Okay, it's a lifetime's worth of work, but we've been friends for quite a while now, and I'm learning stuff about Mr. Lukather that nobody knows. You know what I mean? It's just amazing. You know, we were growing up in South Africa, playing in smoky pubs and, you know, cigarette smoke everywhere, belting out cover songs. And these guys were studying music at Berkeley and practicing and getting really good. You know, they had all these years and years of musical experience and teachers and mentors that they could look up to. And we never had that kind of stuff in South Africa. We became the mentors of music. And you know, we had no musical education at all. Not at school, not at primary school. So sad. But hey ho, we had a good time playing music, you know. But you can hear the difference in the technique of a musician who's a properly schooled musician, somebody who's been to college, who knows how to read, who can compose, who knows about melody and harmony and all these things. There's a distinct difference between the player like me, who doesn't know any of that stuff, and somebody like Luke, who has all that background. I have met a musician who doesn't have that background. Great guitar player. His name is Gregory Howe, and he became one of the great black guitar players of our time. Great guy. Listen to this. Yeah. I think folks in England love Luke, love his music. Well, we certainly do. Such a beautiful song. And one thing about Steve Lukather that you'll find out is that he's worked on many albums. He worked on this record. This is him playing guitars. This is Lionel Richie. Running with the Night. Featuring Steve Lukather on the guitar. Hey, how cool is that? Amazing stuff. Okay, I'll see if I can play that. I don't think I can. It'll look up my machine. Can't miss that style, can you? Okay. People are chatting on Facebook. Listen to that. Oh, so mad. Amazing Lionel Richie tune with Steve Lukather on the guitar. Okay, I'm taking you back to South Africa right now.
Don't let your heart forget that for every man charm there's one that hasn't been yet. Don't let your heart forget that for every man charm there's one that hasn't been yet. You think you can give up a fight that hasn't even yet begun.
Hey, Alan.
Honey, I get used
How's it, brother?
well, this is gonna be
Hope you're well.
Don't let your heart forget.
Larry Carlton, big influence on Steve. Absolutely, Glenn.
There's one
Larry Carlton, one of my favorite guitar players.
Don't let your heart
And I mean, him and
that for every man charm.
let's see if I've got any.
Hasn't been yet. Well, excuse me if I sound just a little bit selfish. Someone's been looking for
I do. I went and watched, I think one of the very first shows I ever watched in London was a concert with Steve Lukather and Larry Carlton in Hackney in London.
I told you could have
And Simon Phillips on the drums. What a machine, man. What a machine. That was a hell of a night. I mean, I don't think I understood what I was watching. I just remember driving in my little Ford Fiesta. I had a little Ford Fiesta that I bought from some dude in Wolverhampton for 250 quid in 2001. And I had to take a chance because back in those days there was no, there was no TomTom or cell phones that you could just put in the coordinates and it would take you there. You had a thing called an A to Z, and an A to Z was a book about this thick. So to get from Wolverhampton to London and right into the middle of London in 2001 in this little Ford Fiesta was a flipping nightmare, honestly. Somehow I managed to get a parking right behind the theatre, and my car never got towed away and I never got a ticket and all that. It's amazing. And I managed to watch the show and drive back to Wolverhampton in one piece. The funny thing about driving in London, as terrifying as it is, if you can get into the middle of London with your car and out again without getting a ticket or fine and 6 points on your license, you're a flipping rock star, man. I'm telling you. There's one thing that the London Borough know how to do. They know how to find people. Awesome lady, Bev McGregor from Durban. What a voice. One One of Steve Lukather's biggest influences, mentors, is this guy. His name, Larry Carlton. And off his Lightning Struck album, a cool tune called Nightcrawler. Hey, Mr. Force. How you, China? We listened to some cool guitar sounds tonight, and it's been lovely, you know. Just playing songs as they come. It just flows. It's really cool. Nothing planned, but there is a little theme behind tonight's show. As we pay tribute to one of the greatest guitar players of our time. Such a cool album, this is absolutely brilliant. Brett, how's it, Mr. Benedicto? Welcome, brother. The battery's going low. Let's have a look at from this one. Listen to this guy's playing. Oh, it's beautiful. Very cool. Beautiful. This is played with a Gibson 335. Now we talk a lot about the guitar players here. The one thing you got to remember too is the drummers and the bass players and the keyboard players that back these guys are phenomenal musicians, absolutely phenomenal. And listen to the string arrangement behind this. Oh, I love this song. Oh God, so amazing. Such a funky tune. Okay, coming to that time. Woohoo! Not sure what or how that link occurred. Not quite sure what you mean, but anyway. As long as you can hear the music, that's fine. Okay, I'm switching between YouTube and Facebook because some folks are on YouTube and some folks are on Facebook. So it's quite interesting, actually. I'm amazed that my little iPad here can do both. At the same time, it's quite ballistic. So it's very nice of you guys to tune in. I'm going to talk a bit on the radio now. Excuse me. Hey, if you just tuned in, a warm welcome to you. It is the Big Rock Show on your favorite radio. With your host, Michael de Jager, behind the microphone. Jager, de Jager. Depends Depends what part of the world you come from. To Jager. Of course, we come to the end of a great evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. We might carry on for a little bit after this, but tonight's theme, what's that been all about? We're talking about guitarists tonight. One special, very special guitar player who played on this very track. He's playing in this area. Jennifer Lawrence. Every time Jennifer Lawrence makes a post on Tumblr, I get a notification. Or somebody makes a post with a Jennifer Lawrence something. It just takes, you just got to look at one Jennifer Lawrence photograph, and the next thing you know, you're bombarded by flipping pictures of this gorgeous lady. I mean, I can't say it upsets me in any way, because she's a beautiful woman, isn't it? Anyway, let's drink to Friday night and a great weekend. Ah, lovely. What a day, what a day. Yeah, boy. He didn't do the solo, he did all the backing guitar. Eddie Van Halen did the solo. We might have done part of the solo, I'm not quite sure. But this is Luke playing the guitar now. But it was when this song came out, Eddie Van Halen was at the top of his game. So, of course, Michael Jackson being Michael Jackson, with all the money in the world, could hire anybody to play guitar, you know. I reckon he paid dearly for this solo. Here we go, Eddie Van Halen. Oh, that's Luke. I think I would have preferred Luke to play the solo in this song, but I think at that time everything was about the circus act on the fretboard, you know. Cirque de la fretboard, Cirque de la on the guitar. Yeah, I'm not a great fan of circus tricks on guitars. Sweeping, ticking, making all funny noises, squeaks and squawks. Just play the fucking guitar, man. That's what I like. And I think a lot of guitar players, you know what
I mean? The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael D. Jager.
He rocks my world.
I was telling you about this awesome guy that I met once upon a time. Actually, awesome band, 2005. He's named Danny Bowes. Lead vocalist for a band called Thunder. My good friend, Harry James. Luke Morley and Benny Matthews. What a cool bunch of lads. This is Gimme Shelter. And a big thank you to Ingalisa Pope for switching me on to these guys. Okay, time for some rock and roll. Yes, absolutely awesome. So now we've got a date. Song rocks, man. It's just so cool. Luke Morley, what a machine. I remember walking into this it's a Wolverhampton town hall with my camera and tripod and going through the back and up the stairs. They showed us into this tiny little change room, you know. And in fact, it was Harry James's change room. They'd given Harry the smallest change room, actually the biggest change room in the building. But we walked and knocked on the door, and there was this guy smoking a cigarette, looking at me going, "Yeah, man, what do you want?" And I said, "I'm Mike, I'm from Guitarist TV. I've come to interview Thunder." "Yeah, we'll just go and set up over there, you know." So I didn't know, you know, who's this guy? This is Harry James. Is this the drummer? I had no idea. Anyway, so I'm nervous, you know. Set up the camera, put the lights. And the manager comes through and says, "Are you ready?" I said, "I'm ready." Okay, so now I'm sitting behind the camera, right? And in walks Luke and Benny Matthews. And they sit down on the couch in front of me. And they look at me, and now I'm absolutely crapping in my pants, you know what I mean? Shit scared. I got my questions and everything, and I'm as prepared as I could ever be. And I said to the guys, just going to do a little like introduction, you know, to introduce people to the show and so on. And I'm off camera, of course. And I started asking questions. I only had 15 minutes with these guys. That's all I was allowed, 15 minutes. An hour and a half later, we were still talking and laughing and having such a good time. And it was one of the best interviews that I've ever done in my life with these two guys. They were so honest and so, and it was, you know, I'm a different kind of guy. Okay, it's been lovely chatting on the radio tonight. It's been good on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Guitarist TV, NCB Radio. Guess who's playing guitar on this track? Oh, yes, you got it.
Never so mad. Oh yeah. Never cross me once. Never cross me again. Now you
Yeah,
running around
soon for me.
looking for
12th of December, Bridge 60.
when you know as well as I that the history
That's the age, my man. And you know, when I turn 60, I don't have to pay for prescriptions anymore. Whoa! How cool is that? I didn't know that.
I'm a civilized man.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
get in there, bro. I can live with that.
Pause and arrow right from Russia.
But I don't get a bus pass. I'm pissed off about that,
Right
bro.
down to zero. You went for my heart. Oh yeah. Using
Hey, what can you do?
voodoo to start the fire again.
It is Joe Cocker for sure.
Now you ask me to forget all you put me through. When you know as well as
Got
I
it,
you
Moggy.
got it
Rock on.
coming to you.
And Lukey's playing the guitar. And you can imagine this beautiful guitar. You listen to the solo.
I'm a civilized man. Oh yeah, a civilized man.
So how many different artists have we played tonight which have featured Luke on the guitar? How's that cool? Is it? Listen to this. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful solo. Beautiful solo. Ah, Joe Cocker. And I wondered why it was that out of all of Joe Cocker's songs, this was one of my favorite. And at the time, I sort of didn't know that Luke played guitar on this track. But it's just little things in the song, I don't know about you, but that I seem to naturally love. That makes you love the song. Besides Joe Cocker's voice. You know, you don't buy a painting because you like one thing in the painting. You like the whole painting. And same with music. You don't just like Joe Cocker's voice. You like the whole production. Guitar, drums, bass, everything. Everything's got a job. So there you go, Joe Cocker, Stevie Lukather on the guitar. Okay, it's time to rock and roll. I got a little bit of time left to hang out with you guys. Steely Dan. Got a couple of requests for a few tunes. This is my request. Can you play some Grand Funk, please? Okay, man. One of the greatest albums ever recorded, live albums for its time. 1974, this. Caught in the Act by Grand Funk Railroad. Amazing recording, actually. Just think about it. It's recorded live, eh? That's a Leslie. That's what a Leslie does to a Hammond organ. Do you remember those big wooden organs that used to be in everybody's home? And the organ salesman would come around and convince you that if you can point a finger, you can play a Lowry. Can you believe it? I remember the adverts on TV. If you can point a finger, you can play a Lowry. Lowry was an organ, right? We're talking about the early 80s now, late middle 70s maybe. And every householder in the neighborhood fell for it. How stupid was it? Hey? Oh, now there's a good idea. So every householder in the neighborhood got a Lowry organ, put it in their lounge, and then they got some free organ lessons. And of course they played it once or twice and never touched it again. And they paid hundreds for it, you know. Absolutely crazy. So if you just tuned in, well, welcome to you. If you're wondering where the music is, I'll just put a link here in. And this is where you can listen to the music. I'm not allowed to play the music on Facebook Live, unfortunately. So the music is there at that link. Or you can go to YouTube, of course. I'll give you the link for YouTube. Just copy the link. Which is cool to get the music in the video, but you don't get the chat. The chat is quite cool. The chat is probably the most important part of the show. For me, anyway. Yes. Amazing Grand Funk Railroad Live 1974, the album Caught in the Act with Stompin' Music.
Get out with
How did I get all that in? Yeah. This one goes out to Margie in South Africa, in Pangeni. This is ZZ Top. Great eargasms. I like that. It's time for some six. So this is Billy Gibbons doing his thing. It's quite warm in this little box. Trying very hard not to sing. You'll understand why if I did sing. Unbelievable. Anyway, it's been a good night. It's been lovely having you guys on the show, man. Good to talk to you. There you go, Margs. Thanks. Congratulations on passing your exam. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. Gotta listen to some ZZ Top. The best. So if you think about it, this band ZZ Top, right? 3-piece, but they do have a keyboard player hidden back somewhere, or backing track or something. It's playing all the organ bits in that, you know. It's very hard to make a 3-piece sound good without an organ backing track or some kind of atmospheric background. Anatomy and physiology. Seriously, is that what you wrote? That sounds like a very hard exam to me. Shoo. Well, congratulations, Max. That's amazing. That's an amazing achievement. Well done. Hey, fantastic, man. Hey, Michael Bell. Someone on the bar. I don't know if they speak that language anymore in South Africa. I hope they do. But it's lovely to have you on the show, Michael. Absolutely wonderful. And Mr. Rodney Potter. Hello, Rod. All the way from somewhere in Cape Town, I think. Playing cool tunes, cool rock tunes on a Friday. Just to get us warmed up for the weekend. Because we're going to have a cool weekend this weekend, aren't we? We are going to have a good weekend. Absolutely. And we'll give you enough juice so that you can have a good week next week too. Some good vibes. Music is the best healer. It heals everything, I promise you. Makes all that stress that you go through during the week. Just to sit and listen to some beautiful music. Oh, it's the best medicine on the planet. Okay, now there's a band. There's a band that's come to Southampton, and they're going to be playing at a little pub down the road this month, I think, October sometime. You see, when you listen to this guy play his guitar, it's simple guitar playing, isn't it? It's full of feel. It's full of feel. You can feel it. It comes from his soul, man. It's just, there's no sweeps or slapping or finger tapping or any of that crap. You know, it's just note for note after another. Note for note, perfect. Just soul music. This is soul guitar at its best. And listen to that reaction. Ah, isn't that amazing?
All right.
You're right.
So somebody wanted to hear something old. Somebody wanted to hear some new stuff. We're gonna play the old stuff, the new stuff, and everything in between.
Oh, I just love him. I just love him. He's just so amazing, isn't he? This band is coming to Southampton this month. They call themselves Ugly Kid Joe.
Just the other day, came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch, new bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. He was talking for a minute, and as he grew, he said, "I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you." And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Oh, beautiful song. How's it, Paul? Welcome, Mamo. It's Saturday in Australia right now. So very warm welcome to you. Lovely to have you here, my man. Lovely, lovely. Hope you're going to have a good day, because we're setting ourselves up for a good weekend on this side of the ocean. I was just telling everybody that the guys that are playing right now, they call themselves Ugly Kid Joe, and they're coming to Southampton this weekend or next week, I think. But what a great band. But I need to tell you something after this. Cool tune. So we got some special things to announce right now, and I'm very honored and privileged to be able to tell you. Stop teasing, Mike. Yeah, what a nice band. This is Ugly Kid Joe and a classic track called Cats in the Cradle. Ugly Kid Joe are playing at a venue in Southampton, and if you go on their website, you'll be able to see exactly the name of the venue, and I just can't remember what it is. I think it's not the Brook. It's not the Brook. It's the other one. I just can't remember what it is. So to be safe, rather just go on their website or just Google Ugly Kid Joe, and you'll be able to find out exactly where these guys are playing in Southampton this month or in October. I'm not quite sure exactly, but I know they're coming. And I was quite surprised. I was scrolling through the list of like what's on at this particular venue, and I thought Ugly Kid Joe is the only name that I recognize in the whole list. You know, it's one of those things. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very special night. Yes, of course, and a very special night because I've been playing songs in between other songs, and we've been talking about, you know, who's the guy playing this guitar and all of these songs. And so we've played George Benson, we've played Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Olivia Newton-Baum, The Tubes, Cheap Trick, Joe Cocker, and they all have one guy in common, one guitarist in common, and his name is Mr. Steve Lukather. And so it's an absolute honor and a privilege to let you know that either next week or the week thereafter, Steve Lukather will be with us on this very show. And we will have him joining in with us and on the Facebook Live and chatting and just joining in with the general community, because he's just a wonderful man, and he has... you know, I think he's just a legend in himself. And also, on the 19th of September, Steve Lukather releases his biography, his book. The book is called The Gospel According to Luke. And it's available on Amazon and as a hard copy or soft cover, whatever they call it. And I'm really looking forward to the audible.com version, which is the version that Luke has actually recorded. He's talked about, he's read the book himself, and he's created an audio book. And I really enjoy audio books, especially when I'm traveling on the train to London. I can pop it in the earphones and just sit back and listen and just enjoy. Same in the car, you know, put it in the radio and just listen to a book or a story or anything. I do enjoy listening to audio books. I must. Even podcasts are quite cool too. And they're all coming from this audible.com. So look out for it this week. This week it will be released. I think there is a link somewhere where you can get a signed, autographed version of the book. But it's been an honor and a privilege of playing these tracks for you, just to give you an insight into what Luke's life has been all about over all these years, you know, from a very young chap going to school and rehearsing and playing with guys like Boss Skaggs and Michael Jackson. It's just mind-blowing to even think that, you know, I mean, he's worked with millions, thousands probably, of great musicians that have never recorded anything. But for the ones that I've just played you tonight are the like the superheroes of music, aren't they? Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson. Doesn't get much bigger than that. Joe Cocker, Olivia Newton-John. They're massive. And Luke's been in there just putting the fine touches of spectacular and precision guitar playing is the way that I like to think how Luke attaches, how he approaches his musical approach is very precise, and his solos are just outrageous, aren't they? They just go anywhere, but they always come back to the same melody. They come back to the melody, and they are precise and very, very soulful in the way that he plays, and this tonality on the guitar, everything. Amazing man. But I would like to introduce you tonight to a band who has just arrived on the scene. And it's not an overnight sensation or anything like that. This young man has worked as hard as his dad to get to where he is right now. And he's done it by himself. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to a band which features Steve Lukather's son, Trevor Lukather, on the guitar. And this is his band. It's a cool tune called Wholehearted.
Many ways that I had you to. People said you were up to no good. But when the love is strong, seems I do it wrong. I'm before.
How cool is this song? Yes! I was hoping to get Trevor on the program tonight, but a bit short notice, So let me see if I can find the link. Come on.
Let the men and the rob me blind. Tell you now what you're about to find.
Okay, it's time to come. Music coming to an end. I thought you'd like it. I'm glad you liked it, actually. The band is called ZFG. Not sure what it stands for, but ZFG. Great band. Wholehearted. I'm going to give you the link now. I think my iPad is struggling. It's running YouTube, it's running all sorts of things. Nice. I like it. Yes. Number plates to that. ZFG. Yes, madam, I'm coming from ZFG. In KwaZulu Natal. Oh, here it is. What an awesome song. The band ZFG, remember that name, featuring Trevor Lukather on the guitar, and they come from Los Angeles. And it's been an absolute honor and a privilege to be able to bring that song to you tonight for the very first time. And wow, it's just so ballistic. And you know, the big rock show would not be the rock show if we didn't end with the almighty of the mighty guitarist on our planet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Good night. God bless you. Have a fantastic weekend. I hope to see you soon, and we'll see you next Friday. Same place, same time. Adios, muchachos. Taking us out tonight is the ultimate guitar player's guitar player. This is Joe Satriani. Energy. Oh yes, he's the master. Absolutely. Absolutely superb. What a nice night. It's been a great night. Hey guys, thanks for hanging in. Margie, have a good weekend. See you guys. Glad that you passed your exam. Fantastic. Congratulations. I love it when you hear good news about people making good moves in the world. Fantastic. Awesome. Mr. Adams, thank you for hanging in, my bro. Love having you on the show. It's what an absolute honor and pleasure. Everybody, and where's my Floyd? Floyd, my man, is there somewhere. Floyd, thank you so much for tuning in. There he is. Shot, my bro. Look after yourself. Have a nice weekend. I hope all is well. It's been a great night. Oh, fantastic. Look after yourselves, eh? Make sure we meet again next Friday. Same place, same time, same jar of wine. Except we'll have Mr. Lukather with us. Fingers crossed. So I have got a lot of reading of books to get through, so I can know what I'm talking about. Oh, how's it? Hey, Kev. All right, unfortunately, the music is on YouTube, my bro. Because Facebook won't allow the music to be played on Facebook Live for some copyright reasons and all that. Very strict. But they are strict on YouTube as well, except that when you play the songs, the royalties go to the right person, so it's licensed. It's not a problem. And if they don't like it, then we'll just cut the track out of the mix. It's not a problem. But on Facebook, they're really sticky, so I'm just staying within the rules. So we have a good chat, actually, Kev. We have a great evening. Okay, I've got to sign off on the radio quickly.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael D. Jager.
Okay, thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you've had a good one on the radio. To everybody on YouTube, God bless you. Look after yourself. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take us out with a bit of Walter Trout. Why not? One for the road, I say. Oh, I think my friend Yapos will love me for this. He's a Walter Trout, or shall I say blues nut of note. Glad you had a good evening, folks. So I'm going to say good night now. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully next Friday we'll talk more on these things. Look after yourself, brothers and sisters. Love you lots. Cheers, eh? Bye.
I believe that's where my baby stays. There's a red house over yonder. I believe that's where my baby stays. I've seen my baby 99 and one half days. Y'all remember Mr. Jimi Hendrix? He wrote this one. Wait a minute, something wrong. Oh, Bucky won't unlock the door. I believe there's something wrong, baby.
There's something wrong, baby.
My key won't unlock the door. I don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit. I love him. Mr. Walt Trout, what an absolute
I got a
gem.
bad feeling.
Unfortunately, I've got to call it a day, guys, so
My sweet little baby.
I'm going to have to be signing out.
I think
So I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. It's been an absolute honor and a privilege serving you. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll speak to you guys next time. So, God bless. Good night.